You've probably heard the expression, no news is good news. Here on Campus Unmasked, that's usually the case. We recently reported on one professor who referred to the Covington student's smirk as the smiling face of whiteness, as well as a TA who said some white people may have to die for black communities to be made whole. But today's professor is a bit of an exception. He's very based, as they say on Twitter.com. Let's check it out. Let me introduce you to John Banzif, a law professor at George Washington University. Now, I first learned about John from a news release he sent to me in which he referred to himself in the third person. You typically call this some pretty hardcore attention seeking, but remember that John is a professor, an occupation with about a 12-to-1 liberal to conservative ratio. He's tenured, but still it's a pretty bold move given what he's saying. You see, John sent out an email recently titled GWU Silent and Impotent Over Free Speech Intimidation, referring to a sign that appeared on George Washington's campus reading, "Hey Young America's Foundation," the group hosting Shapiro, "gets security," with a photo of Shapiro covered by a big red X. The law professor said, "It is shocking but unfortunately not at all surprising that a clear threat to cause physical harm to a speaker and to those who invited him to our campus, and which was distributed all over our campus, has elicited not even a brief statement, much less a strong condemnation and a promise of an investigation followed by appropriate discipline." He noted that the university did respond to other instances where conservatives were not the targets. John slammed both George Washington University and its sororities in another recent email after learning that the Greek groups were offering stress balls, coloring books, and relaxation rooms to female students who were trying to join. The law professor said this sorority event appears to be part of a growing movement to wussify students, treating them as incredibly sensitive beings, snowflakes, who must be protected from virtually anything which might possibly upset them. John also stated that George Washington University is considering banning groups like fraternities and sororities that don't let students of both sexes sign up. Now, this might seem completely unhinged for a lot of you out there for whom Greek life was a core fixture on campus, but remember that Harvard recently introduced penalties for students who join single-sex groups. You know, with the climate of indoctrination and fear on campuses these days, it's really a wonder that any professors at all are speaking out in favor of sanity. So definitely encourage John to keep fighting the good fight. For Campus Unmasked, I'm Rob Shimshock. If you like this video and support our mission, please make sure to comment and subscribe. If something happens on your campus and you'd like us to investigate, send us details using the form on campusunmasked.com.